Hi all, in this video we'll try to understand some more features of Shravana nakshatra. It's a passive nakshatra basically, if you observe. So it's a passive nakshatra. Its passivity relates to the fact that it is receptive and takes time to listen to others. That is where the passivity is coming in the picture. Receptive and takes time to listen to others. That is the main problem with the Shravana. It takes time to listen to others. We can also understand Saturn is present in the Shravana nakshatra. So when Saturn is present, the person wants to listen to other people more, right? So Saturn in Shravana is good in that way. Means they like to listen more and talk less. That is one of the advantages. When Mars is present in the Shravana nakshatra, generally people are chatterboxes. So they talk more and listen less. So when Mars is present in the Shravana nakshatra, you can say the person is more passive. The energy of Shravana nakshatra is more passive. So its passivity relates to the main relates to this particular receptive and time takingness to listen to others. That is where the passive energy is coming into the picture. Much of its organizational skill, if you observe, Shravana is all about the organizational skills, because all the Capricorn's organizational ability is seen in Shravana nakshatra. So Shravana nakshatra is that particular organizational skill. It comes from a passive approach to things. So when you want to organize something, so a kind of passivity is required, right? So this passivity is also a bit beneficial, but the main problem is it takes time. Because of this passivity, it takes time to listen to others. Another thing is it tends to let things organize themselves rather than interfering into the process too much. So such kind of because of this passivity, the Shravana nakshatra's passivity, so it allows the things to get organized automatically in the sense by time, right, things will set properly, things will set in some organizing fashion. So the organizational skill, basically it is coming from a passive approach, and because of this passivity, the disadvantage is the person, the native, having more Shravana energy, takes time to listen to others. And if you see the caste of Shravana nakshatra, it is a Mlecha nakshatra. Mlecha in the sense it's outcast according to Vedic culture. So it might surprise you that this amicable and worldly nakshatra should be regarded as an outcast. You may surprise by this thing. A thing to note here is that this nakshatra was in some way connected with the lower Capricorn type working class in ancient times. So it is mainly related to the people who have to basically listen to orders and carry them out. It's a kind of servant kind of behavior is also seen in Shravana nakshatra. So listen to the orders and carry them out, such kind of energy. So that's where this is treated as the Mlecha nakshatra. On the higher levels, this nakshatra relates to individuals who listen to and follow the inner voice without caring much for the social order, right. So you can also understand this is also a kind of outcast, because individuals who listen to and follow the inner voice without caring much for the social order of their times or social order, right. It's also a kind of outcast generally, right. So this kind of behavior means just listening to the orders and carry them out is a kind of mlecha energy, and also listening to the inner voice and not at all taking care of the social order is also a kind of mlecha energy. So Shravana energy is mainly into this one. It is mainly related to listening to the orders and carry them out, or it's something like listening to the inner voice and not taking care much for the social order, right. And one more thing is it's a male nakshatra, so you can easily understand this is a male nakshatra because its ruling deity is Vishnu, because Shravana nakshatra means the deity is Vishnu's energy. So it's a pure male energy, so that's why this is a male nakshatra, this is treated as a male nakshatra. So it carries a sense of objectivity, a very masculine quality, you can say, right. So it does have a soft feminine side to it, since the secondary deity is Saraswati, one of the three main feminine goddess we generally say. So Saraswati's feminine principle again relates to logic, reasoning and learning, but there is a kind of sensitivity, there is a kind of softness, there is a kind of femininity is also involved here, because the secondary deity is Saraswati. And if you see the body parts related to Shravana nakshatra, the primary body parts are the ears, of course, because you can understand Shravana itself, it represents ears, it represents listening more. Even one of the symbolisms is a tree of ears, right. The human body organs ears are very much related to Shravana nakshatra, and sex organs also. So it can be seen as the primary indicator of ear and secondary indicator of sex organs, you can say. So considering its symbol and whatever ear symbol or three uneven steps, right? Mainly the ear symbol, its relationship with ears comes very simple for you, right? It is not at all a surprise. So here organs of listening, right? So that is very much important. Those are the body parts. So balanced nature, the Shravana nakshatra has a kind of balanced nature, right? So because ears are the balancing organs for the body, if you observe, there's a kind of balance with respect to ears, you can observe. Its relationship, this particular nakshatra's relationship with the sexual organs is mainly connected to its connection with procreation as a means of preservation. So there is a kind of preserving energy present here. So you can relate that sexual organs energy with respect to this kind of preserving behavior, because Vishnu is the preserver, he is the maintainer, right? So sexual organs, they do a kind of procreation and then preservation kind of energy can relate to the sexual organs also. So the body parts are ears and sexual organs. So Shravana is also related to the gate, Capricorn, because Capricorn is the sign related to gate, but it is only the Shravana part of it which relates to gate, basically gate. So any affliction to this particular nakshatra, that is Shravana nakshatra, can result in limping or lameness, especially if the lords of the 9th, 10th, 11th or 12th houses are involved here, right. So if Shravana energy is afflicted, so if there is any problem with respect to Shravana energy, then there is a kind of limping or lameness expected, and especially if the 9th, 10th, 11th or 12th houses are involved, because these are the houses of your feet part, right, the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. It's a primarily it's a watery nakshatra, it's a kapha nakshatra in Ayurvedic language, we can say it's a kapha nakshatra because it has a very strong influence of moon, because moon is the planetary lord. So it's a kapha nakshatra basically, as moon is involved here. Moon is the planetary lord of this nakshatra. So that's it. So on the high level, you can say it's a kapha nakshatra as moon is involved and the body parts are ears and sexual organs. It's a male nakshatra because the deity Vishnu is involved, and a kind of femininity, part of femininity is also involved because the secondary deity is Saraswati, goddess Saraswati, and it is a kind of mlecha energy is involved because it has the energy of listening and then carrying out the task after listening. Also is an energy of listening to the inner voice and do whatever the inner voice says without taking care of the social order. Such kind of energy is involved, so it's a mlecha energy. So without understanding the social order, if you just listen your inner voice and carry out your tasks, then definitely you look like a mlecha kind of energy person. Even if you just listen to others and carry out the task, it's a kind of mlecha energy according to Vedic astrology. And it has passive energy involved here. This passive energy is very good for organizing skills and even waiting till the things are getting organized. Let the things get organized and then we try to move ahead, and that is a positive thing. And the negative thing is takes time to listen to others, so that's the negative thing. Thanks for watching this video.